Wait, it's too tall for me. Can we go a little shorter? Okay. All right.
As we're playing with the mic, congratulations to all of you. This is truly, I think, a surprise for a lot of people. You guys have been out there, slow and steady, just like the tortoise in the hare, and you've come out ahead. And I'm curious, what is the importance of Film Independent Spirit Awards to each of you when it comes to making films, choosing the films you're going to select, pick, and stories you're going to tell?
A couple years ago, I heard a story I heard Lulu on the radio, which is not the place that you expect you're going to find a movie, telling the most extraordinary story about family, about identity, about culture, that was funny and moving and important. And the fact that we got to turn this into a movie is just extraordinary, and it's all due to Lulu and her incredible vision. And we're so gratified that it was recognized by audiences and recognized today. It's completely overwhelming.
Lulu, did you ever get any resistance about just how personal and deep you went with the story when you were initially writing it?
Yeah, well, the film is very, very, very specific to my family's life, my experiences as an Asian American within the family as well as in America, and yeah, for sure. When I first started pitching the film, people were like, "I know that happens in real life, but that's not interesting to audiences, and that's not marketable." Or I know that's real to you, but is that how it's going to come across? And so, yes, there was a lot of resistance and a lot of conversations about how to communicate what I was trying to communicate across.
I read your screenplay 3 times. I actually Xeroxed it by my bed. I studied it because what I love best about it, I understood the characters on the page. Every single time I turned the page, I understood the people, understood what was happening. So question, how many drafts before you got to the shooting?
To the shooting draft, I don't think we can even count how many drafts. I mean, because I would turn in a draft, but before I would turn in that, let's say, 3rd draft, I had written 4 within that, like a 2A, a 2B, a 2C, and so in the end, it was hard to count. I mean, I just endless. Like, I would not be surprised if I really went into my files that there was like 60 different versions.
Lulu, I appreciated up on stage when you talked about how just give women the freedom of job. Is there anything you want to add about that, or any motivation that kind of kept you going when you were talking about trying to break through since 2014?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I had to constantly have this battle in my head of, on one hand, why do I deserve any money from people who don't necessarily know me, right? There's a sense that, like, why should anybody just give me money? Why should I be entitled to that? But as an artist, as a filmmaker, you also need that money to go make a film. And so I was constantly in battle in my head, and I guess I want to encourage women to be entitled, because men have been entitled for a long time, and we need your stories. And so I think that women just need to feel entitled that people also make money off of our stories, and also audiences want to see our stories. And so I want women to be more entitled to getting the job, and especially getting the money.
The cinematography is just so beautiful. Just love that sort of visual style. Specifically, the last shot of the film, not to ruin it, but that shot in particular, did you have that idea in mind for making the movie, the car going away, and then also the visual language? What was the idea?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for saying that. The cinematographer is Ana Franquesa Solano. She is incredible. We had a really close collaboration, and we said, look, this is an independent film. We've got 24 days, which is not a lot of time at all, but we really wanted to make a cinematic film. We didn't want to just cut to close-ups and just kind of cover it the way that you might in traditional television, sitcom or something, because it is a comedy, and it was really important for us to show all of the depth of the performative aspect of the family, and so we really went with these wide shots, and we really told the story through blocking, and that's actually where a lot of the humor comes in, is through the blocking, because some of that humor wasn't necessarily on the page, but I knew that in the way that we shot it, it was going to be funny because you would see something in the background, something in the foreground, and so thank you for saying that. And yes, we always had that last shot. That was one of the first things in my mind. Was I always said, even it's written in the script that it's the longest shot of the entire movie is when the car is pulling away.
Alexander, Real Talker. The question is, while putting this movie together, it's heavy. What did you learn about your culture? What did you learn about your culture through researching this film that you didn't know, and that inspired you, or you took away while kind of working on the film that you didn't know or weren't aware of before?
Well, when I started working on the film, I didn't necessarily know that this was such a common practice. I knew a little bit from having done the radio show. People would send me some emails. But then when the film came out, everybody came up to me saying, we did this to my grandparent or my parent in every single country all over the world, definitely in Asia, but also in like South America, in the Middle East. And so somebody from Egypt, someone in London said, I'm British and we did this to my parent. And so that was definitely enlightening.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.